Here we go. Ugh. Well, it's still surprisingly tall for being brown. Backyard. You got your trash everywhere. And then you have leaves everywhere. Still normal to a degree. This is normal for me. I wouldn't expect anything different. The only thing that's got me worried this week is it says rain over every day. Every day. There's lightning, thunder, looking signs all over. I'm like, oh boy. But as of right now, it's doable. So let's do it. So this yard had a couple big trees removed back in the day. Now there are some big holes with stumps still down in there. And no grass really grows, just weeds and stuff. So I always just go up to them first and make a big crop circle. Just kind of make it even. That way I can just go back and forth with the mower and turn before I actually hit the dip. And that's just kind of what I do every time I get to some big dips in yards. I never try and straddle it or go over it, because once you get a wheel down in it, it just scalps you. It just makes a big old, bare spot down there where that one wheel went down in. That's with a regular 21-inch push mower or a big walk behind or anything. Just stay away from them. Just trim around it and get up close. All right, she's all trimmed. I blew it out as best I could. Look at all the little white pieces of paper everywhere. I'm not gonna go running around. I'll pick that one up though right now, for the heck of it. Sonic, we don't even have a Sonic in this town. That's stupid. But we are by the shopping center, so you're gonna get tons of garbage. And this boulevard, I'm gonna bag it with a small mower, just because I'm not picking all these little pieces up. Styrofoam, that will make a total mess everywhere. You don't wanna be going over all this stuff. The first one is always harder. You want to get rid of all these little wacky things, and then each time expect a few things from the shopping center, but it won't be nothing like this. So it is what it is, a big mess. Just blow everything into the boulevard, get a small mower, throw a bag on it, set a trash can out, and clean it up right the first time. Now you might think it's an extra step, but it's a worthwhile extra step for me. Now notice here when I'm coming down the sidewalk, I'm straddling the boulevard and the sidewalk about halfway. This was a high boulevard. It's really, really tall. So if I would have had the wheel any closer to it, it would have just scalped and grind all the way along that closest part to the sidewalk. Now I went ahead and emptied it after just the first little pass to show you. Can't really see in there, but there's just tons of little things like cigarette butts and pieces of paper and wrapper, stuff that I want out of here the first time so I don't have to deal with it anymore. So as far as this being an extra step, sure, but it's the first whack at the yard for the year. No one's been here since November of last year, and here it is April. So a lot of things have accumulated, and I'm getting them all out of here right now. And from now on, it's mow, trim, blow it off, get my money, and get to the next job.
The finished product. Just look at how green it is. Look at the stripes though, huh? Those are the kind of stripes you will see on this channel. Small mower stripes, that's right, I wasn't scared, I got it out and just did it like that. But I did use the 36 on the backyard. Let's go back here and look. It's good enough for the first cut. It was trash city back here, man. Garbage everywhere. But it's better. It's better. That's all that matters, is it's better. Next time it will be okay. This is an every other week yard. For the most part. Now they do have me come out every week, usually in May, because this thing starts going crazy for a while, and then it goes back down to every other week after that. And I do that because that's the kind of yards I get. I get the weird ones. And I'm happy with it. Because I make a living doing it. I want you to think about something here. Do you see anyone else out here cutting grass? Huh. Look at these yards. They're all stupid. That's a stupid yard. Nobody wants these yards. Now, it's because they can't charge what they want to charge. They can't charge enough to send a crew out to do it while they sit at home and collect their money. That's why I have these yards. I'm willing to hang around here. Everybody in this town that owns a big lawn service doesn't cut grass in this town. They might do a few, but they load up, they go 20 miles up here to Glen Carbon, and that's where it's at. You'll see vinyl wrapped trucks, big old enclosed trailers, all painted up, mowers and people everywhere, but they're not an owner in sight. They're all trying to make a living in those areas where there's a lot of money. That's where I got my braces done, up in Glen Carbon. And there's like an industrial park. Oh, get your orthodontists and your chiropractors and your doctor's offices, hundreds of them, lawyers, all that stuff. It's all there. The houses that are there are nice, big areas. If they have a fence, it's a great big wide gate vinyl fence, and big areas where you can stripe and they fertilize, and you could probably sell them the fertilization, all that deal. But for me, I'm right down the street. I live down here and I cut all these yards and I've walked these streets and alleys my whole life, so I hang out here and I make a living off of other people's scraps. That's because it's just me. $30 every week when it's growing. Then if they say, hey, I want it to go down to every other week, it's $35 for them. That's cool. That's cool with me. Somebody else can't make a living off of that, but I can, and that's why I have so many. I wouldn't recommend you guys quit your job to start from scratch in this, because I've been hearing a lot of that. I recommend that you just start adding these, and collect them, because everybody you talk to on here or anywhere that has a lawn service, they'll tell you that they've still got customers from back when they started. If they don't have the one from the first year, they got one from the second or third year, the neighbor to that person, It takes a little bit of time to get going. I have picked up 20 yards in a season when I first started doing those flyers, whenever I wanted to go back to this full time and get away from doing the store and this. So that can be done, but I wouldn't want to go out and buy all the equipment and have no yards either. I would want to have a job and get some little equipment, pick up some little yards, and let it go. And that's what I recommend. But you can make a living doing this, these little funky yards. That's for all you young kids just sticking around your neighborhood and building it and building it and building it each year. It's just so much better. And for you guys that are in little cities and have little, you know, houses like this, the city has been around, you know, longer than just a few years. Because around here, like, the farther away from you get from the river, from St. Louis, the newer the area. Like, you won't find some 80-year-old house, you know. Like, some whole areas are like, there's not a house that hasn't been built within the last 10 years or 5 years and stuff. That's where everybody's going, and they're leaving all this stuff behind. So people who are stuck here, you just go, oh man, I live in a crappy rundown little area. You can do it in your area because they're following the money. And if you want to get rich and run a crew and do all that, then you got to follow the money too. And you're not going to find out how to do that on this channel. You're going to see how to cut some little ugly yards with a small mower and make a living. That's what I'm doing. So I don't know what else to tell you guys except hang in there. Go up and down these streets. That one's got for sale on it. Good luck selling that around here. And I can't find any more lawn guys yet, man. What's up with that? I thought this whole world was filled with them. Right? That's all I've been hearing. They're all over the place, man. Little ballers everywhere. I don't know, man. They're out there, I guess. Somewhere. All right, first cut of the season here. All of this stuff looks like crap, all the rocks, but I will spray it and keep anything green from being in there, which there's a lot of it right now, like right here, just full of little weeds and stuff. And I'm not going to redo this landscaping. This is just something that they, you know, they just leave. But yep, I'm back here. This yard I picked up back in the day from one of my flyers, and I'm still doing it. And now I do the one across the street. Well, for the last 4 years or so. It's a no frills little deal. I usually do the front yard with a small mower, backyard with the 36. But look, they took out the trees. Man, this was the one last year. I was doing that cleanup one and the leaves were blowing around. So it kind of eliminates a couple of final cuts for me, but whatever. Last year, what they were putting in, they were doing, they had like the cement trucks here when I was filming. And then over here, that's a yard that I do too, which hasn't been done yet. And I don't want to do it right now. I got too many to go. I gotta keep moving. Keep moving. I feel rain in the air and it's getting colder too. This could be a bad week. All right, 3 yards down that were all first cuts. Not fun. Did have my lunch though already, so here we go with yard number 4, and it is pretty much just a cut. No leaves. Oh yeah, I'm liking that. Because things got to start speeding up here soon. Okay. And it's going to start rolling fast. Oh yeah, this green grass. I like that. All done. I wanted to elaborate on something I said earlier because I know some of you are probably going to take it the wrong way. You probably already typed down below, you know, what are you talking about? This isn't something to quit your job for or whatever. I'm not saying, what I'm trying to say is don't put all your eggs in one basket. Okay, I didn't build my business the first season. Now, I'm not saying it can't be done. It can be done, but I never really did that, so I can't tell you how to do that. I can just say that the most I ever gained was over 20 yards in 1 year, and that was with flyers. I ran around and put them out. So yeah, I just don't want to see anybody going into debt to start up. I know some of you go, well, I'm sitting on some money right now. This is a good time to do it. Yeah, you might have the money to buy the all the equipment, but to not have all of the yards, to me, that would be something that would make me very insecure. And I don't want anybody to have to deal with that. I would say at least have some sort of job that you can fall back on. That's what I'm just trying to say there. All right. Because it can take a while. I would say the perfect scenario is, you have a job of some sorts, and that's what I'm kind of talking to here, is either people who don't have any job, then I say go for it, because this can be something for you. But don't, if you don't have a job, jump right in it. If you have a crappy job, keep a crappy job and start doing some yards, and build it up. Because even if you went full-time into this and you had the money, bought all the equipment, a trailer and truck and some stuff, and you don't have the yards, you might not get 40 hours worth of work for yourself for that whole first year. And that can really that can set you back. It could also be a drought year or something weird, because I've even had those where I'm like, oh man, and I'll go get a job at weekends only, a furniture place, and I'll work there just to supplement it so that I can still cut grass in the, I've always done something else when I needed to, before kids and before I was single with kids and all that. So I just don't want anybody to expect it to be a booming business the first year. I'd say your first year, it's getting your feet wet, figuring out how to get clients, and gathering up some equipment and some experience. Then the second year, because the first year you're gonna have some real problems and you're gonna work them out. Then the second year, what kind of problems you're gonna run into, and you figured out already, okay, flyers work in my area, phone book doesn't, Craigslist doesn't, newspaper does. This and that. You'll know your market a little bit better. You know which advertisements you used, which ones panned out the best. So then the second year, you do more of those and none of the others. And then by the third year, you're really rolling. I would say pretty much everybody can rock and roll this thing after 3 years. So the first year, you should have a job or some other income. But if you don't have a job, then freaking go for it. All right, you can get a job. You can get a crappy job, but if you have a great job, I really do, with insurance and all that, I really suggest holding in there. Even though you're not happy with your job, hold in until you get the equipment, get yourself a dozen accounts that first year. Second year, you might have 30. And then that was a hard year. Oh man, I pulled off my job and 30 yards. That's when you make your move. Third year, boom, bye-bye job. Hello, another 25 yards, I'm in there, I got it. Next year, you're still, and how do you improve? Like, how do I improve right now, my income? When I don't even raise prices on some of these yards, like the one I showed you a little while ago that I had picked up from the flyer years ago, that was $25 when I picked it up, and that was in like 2009. So here it is, 2015, 6 years later, and it's $30, and I can't raise it any higher than that. So how do you increase your income when you can't raise prices? That's when you start getting into the condensing. You get a tighter route, and you do score a few good ones. You score some that take you get $40 for just the same amount of time as it take you to do the $30 one, but they're in a tighter route too. You get more efficient, you get some better equipment, things like that. So there you go. So before anybody freaked out, I'm not saying don't do the lawn care. I'm just saying, don't put all your eggs in one basket and expect, or you must succeed the first year, or your life is going to crumble around you. I don't want to see anybody risk it all for this. Okay, it can be done, and it can be fun too. Well, I don't know. That was fun. It was green grass. I like green grass. Smell a little bit of onions in the air though this time. Back at this yard for the season. All right, I have a lot of work to do up in here. She wants all this stuff out of here, right? So we're gonna see what happens. Hey, there's a guy. Where's he got? Come cadet. All right, here we go. Look at this mess I got going on here. And I got a huge pile of leaves over there. He's still going. Did it with the handheld blower. And some mulch came out with it. Some other crazy stuff. Ugh.
So after I blew out all the leaves from the beds, I scooped up 3 trash cans, 2 along the front and 1 of that whole big pile in the driveway. And then I went ahead and just mulched the whole front yard with the small mower, get it going, looking good for the first one of the season. And then the backyard I used the 36 on, and it was the same operation back there. I went ahead and filled up a couple cans with leaves, and then just closed my chute blocker and went around and mulched it up until it looked like there wasn't a bunch of leaves there. The weather was changing. I could feel the rain coming. The temperature had dropped, but I was still going, and it was a little frustrating because, they're all first cuts. All I kept thinking was, hey, eventually I'll be showing up at these yards. There won't be anything to blow out of the flower beds, none of this ricky-ticky crap. I'll be able to just do my thing, listen to my tunes, and it's going to be good. Nice sunny days in May, everything will be fine.
All right, freaks, I'm done, and there's some action. That is a Hustler Trim Star, 36-inch hydro. Oh my gosh. What a mess. I pushed it as far as I could, but it's time for me to go. It was green, but man, there was a lot of leaves. Too many leaves. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to pick the girls up in my work truck, all trashed. Let's see, it's 4:02. Yep, that's as much as I can press it. They're going to sit back there. You guys are going to sit up here next to my half-eaten sandwich. Show must go on. Gotta get this stuff done. Unbelievable. It rained all night, and it's going to rain and hail, they say, today. I'm back here, but I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know what I'm going to do today, or tomorrow, or the next day. I still have 31 yards that need cut this week. Somebody's cutting down here. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to at least prep this one. If the rain starts coming, I'm going to go to all the yards that I haven't been to yet this year and pick up sticks and just sort of get stuff out of the way, maybe blow stuff out into the yard, whatever. Just kind of prep them. I might even trim a few. Trimming in the rain. I tried. I got it all blown out, trimmed, edged, and then I blew off all the sidewalk stuff when the rain started coming down heavy, but I give up. I'm not even gonna go play pickup sticks or there's a fire truck. Or go deal with anything else. I was going to trim some bushes in the rain, but listen to this voicemail I had.
First skipped message.
Yeah, Ray. Hello, I just talked to you across the street. Go down to 2405 Avenue and just mow the high stuff down. Don't worry about all the cleanup stuff. Just mow the high stuff down. 2405 Avenue when you get time. Let me know when you're done and I'll pay you.
End of message. To delete this message, press 7 to save it in the archives.
Just mow down the high stuff. He actually did talk to me when we pulled up here. And he said, I go, I'm busy, he's one of my customers. And right across the street. I got customers across the street over there. You seen those houses? He said, hey, I have a property. I just need the city to not get on me. It didn't get cut for the fall. Strike one. And I just need something done now. I'm like, okay. I don't like to do that stuff. Somebody's calling right now. Hello? Yes? Okay. I'll put you down on the list. It might not be till Friday or Saturday or something. Alrighty. No problem. Thank you. Bye-bye. My phone's blowing up, you guys. I didn't have that many yards. I've been purposely not calling my people so I could get through and just go at my own pace, but they're all calling all of a sudden. Like right now, it's pouring down rain. Hey, let's call Greg. Hey, Greg, can you come cut my grass for the first time this year? Oh, this guy comes across the street. All of a sudden, now he has a property he has to have taken care of that wasn't cut in the fall, and this and that. And I go, hey, I'm busy. I go, I don't like to do that stuff, but leave the address on my voicemail, and I will take a look at it, okay? I go, but it's probably going to be double what I charge you to do yours. And he goes, well, that's okay, but don't even worry about the extra. Don't worry about nothing. Just knock down the high stuff. And I thought, oh my God. So maybe we should go look at that right now. Only happens to me. Hey, it stopped raining. All right, when pulling up at a new address, you always think, man, is this the right place? You know, I'm on the right street, right house. Did I hear it right? Did they say it right? But then when they say, just knock down the high stuff and we don't give a crap. Then you pull up and you see this. It's for sale, sold as is, and newspapers galore, and chickweed yard. Yeah, this would pretty much be the right yard. This is it. It's gotta be. I mean, what other kind of yard would someone try and send me out to? And they're nice people too. Oh my God, no. Oh no. Yeah, the rain's coming back. You know what? I might just do this one right now. This is kind of freaky. See, this is something you guys are gonna have to get used to too. Showing up at a yard for the first time. Okay. Holy crap. It's starting to really come down. Hey, there's a nice swimming pool for you. What's up? I don't think there's anybody here. If they are, I'm gonna say, why don't you pick up your newspapers out of the yard? Quit throwing trash in your yard. So, back to what I was saying. Hell, let's go up on the porch. Don't be scared. When you're at a yard for the first time though, like a cool one, not like this, like they called you out there and it's a nice yard and all that, and then you get the gig and you go cutting it, you're gonna feel weird for the first few times. You're gonna be like nervous, you don't wanna do anything, you're gonna think they're watching you. You're not wanting to like mess up the yard, scalp it in any spots, hit anything with a rock, and they go, what was that, inside the house? And then you're gonna be like, you're just gonna feel uneasy, and that's normal. That's normal. Second time, you'll still be uneasy. Third time, you get better and better, and then it's okay. Then you're like me at the yard. You just pull up, and you're like, whatever, I got this. It takes a little bit of time. It's part of that insecurity and shyness, and just doing something new, trying new things, right? It's just part of that. So you get with it. You know what? I'm actually going to just I'm just gonna get the small mower and hack this thing down. Why not? Might as well make the money. About the only yard I could hack up in the rain. Alright, this is as good a view as you're gonna get because I am not getting my camera rain done. Now all he said was knock down the high stuff, right? So that's exactly what I'm gonna do. And this is how you trim a sidewalk but not edge a sidewalk. Oh goody, here comes the rain again.
The thing about these hack job yards is I don't really know how to cut them. Even though I get a few a year, 2 or 3, I just I tend to overdo it. Now this time I went ahead, because it was raining too, and purposely did a crappy job, meaning I didn't go overboard. Well, I mean, right there, that's probably more overboard than some people, right? They would have just got close and then hit it with the mower, which is, what I was really trying to do. But I went ahead and made sure I got a lot of that junk out of there. But as far as like trimming the sidewalks with an edge and all that, back in the day I would have really laid down a pretty good edge. But nowadays, if I'm going to end up with a couple of these, here and there, I force myself not to. It's not something to be proud of, because I don't know how to go along other than make it look cool, like get all those leaves out of there and all that. And so what I did right here was I just went ahead and made sure there was nothing going to be sticking up all around the house. And I blew all that out of the corners and into the yard, and then I just mulched the whole thing. And I gotta tell myself, okay, it is what it is. It's just some funky little hack it down. I mean, you have to keep replaying that message in your head, the guy's saying just knock it down. And so that's what I did. Although I did go ahead and use the blower here and blew everything up towards the boulevard and into the yard, so I could chop it up real good. I didn't want to blow it all out to the street here, so I went a little bit easy on it. And I'm still wanting to make it look good, but I don't want to kill myself either. So it's a catch-22, because you are representing yourself, but at the same time you're getting paid for a certain thing, and you're dealing with a yard that's been neglected. There haven't been edging, they haven't cared about weeds and things growing up around the house, and no one's here, and just garbage and trash when you pull up. I mean, back in the day, people used to ask me to do these things all the time. Nowadays, I don't really, I have so many regular customers that it's very rare when one of them would have me do anything like this. Like, this was a weird deal. I didn't even know the guy had this property, or how he got it, or what's going on there. And I hope I don't have to come back, but actually I do, because now it's under control. If I had to come back in a month from now, it wouldn't be near as bad, because I've done picked up all the newspapers and rocks and crap. But I shy away from these, because to make a living at these, it's kind of hard, because it's not something you're going to be doing all the time. You're just going to get these random calls, and once a month calls and stuff like that. And I gave up on that a long time ago.
This is borderline mow and go, which I don't do. I think this is gonna be worth it. This is definitely worth 50 bucks, but I'm gonna get 60 bucks. Well, it should be worth 50 bucks to somebody, because you don't have to make this look good, which I don't like doing. I'm on a busy street here too. Hear the cars, but I don't have my signs on my truck, so they don't know who I am. They just think I'm some sort of weirdo, and I am a weirdo. But I guess, the point here is, I wouldn't do this unless it was Halloween and I wanted to make a freaky video, or it's raining and it just fell into my lap like that. The guy comes across the street and leaves the message, because I say, I gotta keep going, just leave me the address, I'll go look at it. There you go. I don't know. Oh, lightning. Looking good, looking good. Actually, it doesn't look that bad. Usually when someone calls me out to something like this and says it hasn't been cut since missed its last fall cut and all that, I expect it to be super ungodly tall. This backyard wasn't that bad. I actually lowered it to do the backyard because I wasn't cutting anything there for a while. So, there you go. That was actually 60 bucks the easy way. It wasn't that bad. I'm surprised. Never use a nice new mower on something like this. It's just the risk reward is now worth it. Oh, this is interesting. Their gutter is aimed right at their window. Anyway, like I was saying, when you run into these abandoned houses, you're gonna run into usually a lot more debris, like big rocks, big chunks of stuff, like this. But I didn't run into any of that out there. I did run into a lot of garbage, and I tell you what, people are litter bugs. Don't be a litter bug. It's ridiculous, man. There ain't nobody living here, but everybody's crap's thrown around up and down the street and in the alleys. It's freaking ridiculous. If you're gonna put your stuff in a trash can too, use a trash bag. Some kid come kick that over and the stuff scatters all around. I used to be one of those kids. Now I'm gonna clean this lawnmower out right here because, hey, you're not paying me to take this with me. This is his grass. I don't want to be accused of stealing it. Okay, we'll use this right here. Make a wish. Well, forget it. We ain't making a wish. Always turn the lawnmower over with the air filter up. Can you see that? I can see it. I can smell it too. Be careful. You should pull the spark plug. Take my advice. Don't listen to me. You know, I said I had 31 yards this week to do, right? Then the lady called, and this guy called. And I've done this one. So I'm at 32. I went backwards. Throw it in the pile. Man, this lawnmower was nice and shiny a while ago. Time for a sneaky snack. There's that Bud Light truck I saw driving by whenever I was doing my mow and go. Okay, we're gonna hang out behind the Taco Bell because there was just too much traffic at Quick Trip. I got my Southwest chicken wrap. I got some Doritos. Oh, and their sweet tea tasted great today. And we're gonna go ahead and hop on YouTube, see what's going down, because I'm in no rush and I still have hopes of doing something else. What? I don't know. I did bring my hedge trimmer with me, just in case. I'm actually gonna call a few people too and tell them, find somebody else. Oh. Okay, hold on here. Where am I at? What the? Ah! Chris Jones, low carb, ground turkey salad. No, I got the chicken salad. Sorry, bro. Oh my God, not him again. Check this out. Mutant machine gun. Oh yeah. Oh my God, I almost saw him again. Great video. What'd I pass up? Man, I'm gonna have to. Oh my gosh, we'll end right there. Yep, I'm fogging up the windows. I'm gonna watch a little YouTube. Have some sweet tea, Doritos. And we're gonna see how it goes. Doesn't look good, but hey, I've already done something in the rain. I could probably do something else too. I'm not scared.